Welcome to episode 8 of Learn Tagalog with Ease. Have you ever wondered how simple, everyday actions can unlock the secrets of a new language? Today, we invite you on an engaging journey into the heart of Tagalog verbs. In this lesson, you will discover how everyday actions, eating, drinking, walking, sleeping, and reading, are woven into the fabric of the Tagalog language, empowering you to communicate more naturally and confidently. Our goal is not only to introduce you to key verbs but also to equip you with the skills to use them in your everyday life. Imagine animated visuals of a friendly host, animated with warm enthusiasm, standing beside a vibrant checklist of daily actions. Over the next 20 minutes, you will engage in fun repetition drills, fill-in-the-blank exercises, substitution practices, and even live conversational scenarios that bring these words to life. Let us embark on this journey with both curiosity and determination. Let us begin with an introduction to the 5 essential action words that serve as the building blocks for everyday conversations. Picture this: a gentle, inviting screen opens, and you see an animated host standing next to a checklist that glows with promise. The 5 verbs in today's lesson are categorized by their simplicity and indispensability. The words are kumain, uminom, maglakad, matchalog, and magbasa. These tags represent actions we all perform daily. They capture the essence of our routines and translate them into a language that is lively and accessible. Today, you will learn to speak these words with confidence. Listen as the narrator slowly pronounces each one, allowing you to clearly understand the sounds and rhythm of native Tagalog speech. Repeat after me: kumain, kumain. Let that echo settle in your mind. Next, listen to uminom, uminom. Follow with maglakad, maglakad, then matchalog, matchalog, and finally magbasa, magbasa. Each word is the key to unlocking practical conversation, and every repetition you utter builds your confidence and mastery. As the checklist gently fades into a vibrant animation sequence, focus on the details of each word. Notice the illustrative icons that accompany each verb: a plate of food for kumain, a glass of water for uminom, footsteps along a scenic path for maglakad, a peaceful smile on a sleeping face for matchalog, and a book opening to reveal its secrets for magbasa. These engaging visuals reinforce the lesson by linking actions with imagery. In this way, your mind builds an association between the word and the physical activity it represents. As you continue to repeat these words, you are not only practicing pronunciation but also creating mental snapshots that will help you recall these words during real-life conversations. Now that you are comfortable with the basic form of these verbs, it's time to explore their present tense forms, the dynamic versions that bring the language to life. Transition with me into this exciting phase where theory transforms into lively practice. Notice how each word changes subtly to express that the action is currently in progress. For example, the verb kumain becomes kumakin when you want to indicate that someone is eating right now. Similarly, uminom transforms into umianom, highlighting that drinking is happening in the moment. Continue with maglakad, which becomes naglalakad to show an ongoing walk. Matchalog shifts into natuchalog to reflect someone sleeping, and magbasa morphs into nagbabasa to describe the gradual act of reading. Listen closely to these new forms, and let the accompanying animations show you people engaged in each of these activities. See the character taking a bite of food as they say kumakin, or a figure sipping water as they introduce umianom. Repeat the words aloud with me: kumakin, kumakin, umianom, umianom, naglalakad, naglalakad, natuchalog, natuchalog, nagbabasa, nagbabasa. Allow these rhythmic repetitions to embed the concept of ongoing action into your memory, affirming that language is not static but ever-evolving, much like the actions it describes. As we progress further into the lesson, we move away from isolated words and begin to see how these verbs operate within full sentences. This stage is where language learning transforms into living, breathing communication. Imagine yourself in a calm, sunlit kitchen where warmth and activity create a serene backdrop. Here, the simple act of eating becomes a delightful narrative. The sentence, Kumakan akoing tinape, translates as I am eating bread. Notice the clear connection between the subject, the verb in its present form, and the object. The structure of the sentence resonates with everyday experiences, making it easy for you to remember and imitate. Likewise, picture another everyday scenario where someone might say, Nagbabasa siya ng libro, meaning he or she is reading a book. In these examples, the verbs have been naturally integrated into contexts that illustrate everyday life. Such sentences are the bridges that connect vocabulary to real-world usage, inviting you to internalize the language by picturing these moments in your mind. Beyond just repeating phrases, today's lesson is designed to immerse you in active language use through practical exercises. We now transition to a practice drill that challenges you to convert simple English sentences into their Tagalog counterparts. This method is especially effective because it forces you to engage deeply with the vocabulary and sentence structure. Listen carefully now as the narrator challenges you. You try now. Imagine a gentle yet invigorating push to bring you out of mere listening and into active speaking. For example, consider the English phrase, I am drinking water. Visualize yourself effortlessly transforming this into Tagalog, Umianam akoing tubig. Allow the words to roll off your tongue naturally as your mind processes the meaning. Next, translate we are walking to school into Tagalog. The answer you are working toward is Naglalakad kami sa paralan. Let these words resonate within you as you mirror the pronunciation and rhythm. Finally, the phrase, she is sleeping, can be expressed as natutulog siya. In these practice drills, each translation reinforces your understanding of present tense formation and helps you commit the correct usage to your memory. Remember, every time you challenge yourself to make this transformation, you are building a bridge between what you know and how you speak. For learners who thrive on interactive and playful activities, we have a delightful fill-in-the-blank game. Imagine a screen that lights up with an incomplete sentence, sparking a small challenge that motivates you to search your memory for the missing verb. Consider the sentence, AKO____ing tinape. Without hesitation, the word kumakan should come to mind, completing the sentence as kumakan akoing tinape, or I am eating bread. Likewise, if you see the sentence siya____ing tubig, your goal is to fill in the blank with uminam, forming umianam siya ing tubig. These games are not just exercises, they are opportunities for you to test and expand your knowledge. Each correct answer is a joyous affirmation of your progress, and every attempt, even if it falters, reinforces your learning process. The interactive nature of these visuals makes learning Tagalog an engaging, puzzle-solving adventure that sharpens both your memory and your quick-thinking skills. As you grow more confident, we introduce a substitution practice. This exercise encourages you to experiment with the structure of sentences by altering subjects and verbs. Imagine a simple sentence presented on your screen, such as kumakan ako, meaning I am eating. Now, challenge yourself by changing the subject. Instead of speaking about yourself, form a sentence about others. Modify it to kumakan sila, which translates to they are eating. This simple substitution not only makes you aware of the flexibility in sentence construction but also enlightens you about how context can shape meaning. In another example, the sentence natutulog siya, meaning he or she is sleeping, can be altered to natutulog tayo, meaning we are sleeping. These exercises are playful yet profoundly educational. They encourage creativity while solidifying your grasp of subject-verb relationships. Embrace these modifications as they invite you to explore the richness of Tagalog sentence structures. Every variation you attempt deepens your understanding of grammar and bolsters your confidence as a budding speaker. With the groundwork of verbs and sentence construction in place, our lesson takes you into a realistic conversational scenario that ties all elements together. Picture a warm, inviting kitchen where two characters share a friendly exchange. This is conversation time. In this setting, character A begins the dialogue with the simple question, "Kumakin ka ba?" which means, "Are you eating?" The query is both casual and endearing, perfectly capturing the essence of everyday interactions. In response, character B cheerfully replies, kumakin akoing tinape, confirming, "Yes, I'm eating bread." This brief exchange epitomizes the practical application of what you've learned. It demonstrates that the language is not just about memorizing verbs but also about making connections and engaging in meaningful dialogue. Let the realistic conversation remind you that every new word and sentence structure is a stepping stone to communicating with others in a warm, genuine manner. After witnessing a practical conversation, it is time for a comprehensive recap drill that will consolidate all the key action words you have learned today. This final interactive segment is designed to transform fleeting understanding into enduring mastery. As the screen lights up with a series of flashcards, each card displays one of our essential verbs along with its present tense form. As you see the words, repeat them aloud with deliberate care: kumakin, uminam, naglalakad, natuchalog, nagbabasa. Each repetition serves as an anchor, ensuring these words are securely embedded in your vocabulary. Picture the flashcards in your mind, each one reinforcing not just the pronunciation but also the imagery associated with the action: food for kumakin, water for uminam, motion for naglalakad, peaceful sleep for natuchalog, and a book for nagbabasa. This powerful review is your opportunity to verify that every lesson, every drill, and every exercise has contributed to your growing fluency in Tagalog. Let's take a moment to reflect upon your journey through this lesson. Today, you have embraced a methodical yet playful approach to language learning. You started by mastering individual verbs, reinforced them with repetitive drills, and then seamlessly integrated them into complete, meaningful sentences. Through a series of interactive challenges, from translation exercises to fill-in-the-blank games and substitution practices, you have engaged in active learning, which is far more impactful than passive listening. Each step of the way, the visuals have complemented the spoken words, turning abstract concepts into tangible experiences. You have built a foundation for everyday conversation and learned to view language as a tool for sharing ideas, feelings, and everyday experiences. As you look back on today's session, consider the beauty of each element. The repetition drills helped you internalize the rhythmic flow of Tagalog, while the present tense formation added depth to your understanding of ongoing actions. The example sentences not only illustrated practical usage but also demonstrated how language reflects life in its simplest forms. The practice drills challenged you to switch between English and Tagalog, reinforcing the connection between your native language and your newfound vocabulary. Take a deep breath and appreciate that every moment of practice, every sentence formed, and every interaction simulated in this lesson contributes to a larger, rewarding journey. With every repetition, the patterns of Tagalog become more familiar, and with every interactive exercise, your confidence in using these verbs grows stronger. Remember that mastery does not come overnight, it is the slow, steady accumulation of practice and experience. Today, you have taken significant strides forward on your road to fluency. Let this lesson remind you that each effort, no matter how small, is an essential part of your progress. In the realm of language learning, challenges will arise. You might stumble over pronunciation or hesitate when forming sentences. Embrace these moments of uncertainty as opportunities to learn. Like a sculptor refining their creation, every adjustment you make contributes to a polished final result. Allow the gentle, encouraging tone of your learning environment to guide you through these challenges. The engaging visuals, the friendly instructions, and the interactive exercises are all designed to support you. They invite you to attempt, retry, and ultimately understand the nuances of Tagalog verbs with ease. Let this supportive process bolster your enthusiasm and determination. Now, before we draw this lesson to a close, envision a path laid out before you, a path that continues into tomorrow's lesson and beyond. Picture a roadmap in which today's learning experiences serve as signposts pointing toward deeper fluency. Tomorrow, as you advance to learning how to describe places and directions, you will find that the foundation built here makes the journey smoother, more intuitive, and intensely rewarding. Hold on to the sense of accomplishment you feel now and carry it with you into every future practice session. Before we say goodbye, let us take a final moment to internalize the achievements of today. The key verbs, kumain, uminam, maglakad, matchalog, and magbasa, and their dynamic present tense forms, kumakan, umianam, naglalakad, natuchalog, nagbabasa, are now part of your learning arsenal. With these, you can describe everyday actions with clarity and precision. The entire lesson has been a tapestry of repetition, interactive exercises, and supportive practice sessions designed to nurture your growing command of the language. Reflect on how each segment, whether it was the initial introduction, the present tense drills, the engaging practice exercises, or the realistic conversation, has contributed to the intricate mosaic of your language skills. As you continue to invest your time and energy into learning Tagalog, allow today's experience to be a reminder of your capability and potential. The progress you have made, no matter how incremental it might appear, is a testament to your dedication and resilience. Every time you practice these verbs, every interactive drill you engage in, you are paving the way for a future where speaking Tagalog comes naturally. It is a journey of small victories, repetitive successes, and gradual transformation. Let each new word and sentence structure be a stepping stone towards greater fluency and richer communication. Thank you for joining us on this immersive lesson. Your spirit of learning and curiosity fuel the discovery of new languages and cultures. Each moment spent exploring Tagalog today has brought you closer to a world of new conversations, friendships, and opportunities. Remain confident, keep your enthusiasm alive, and remember that every challenge is a chance to grow. As we part ways for now, look forward to our next episode, an engaging foray into describing places and directions, where you will continue to build on today's achievements. Great work today! Continue your language journey by tuning in to the next episode on describing places and directions.